Hey there, Tim Blankenship with Divorce661.com, specializing in California divorce. Learn more at Divorce661.com. Okay, we got that out of the way. So we're going to talk some specifics right now. We had someone come in and had a little bit different scenario on trying to determine their child custody percentages. Most of the time it's pretty straightforward, and one spouse will have the children. Let's say there's two children. No, let's say there's three, because it'll work right into the scenario we had. Let's say there's three children, and the timeshare is mom's going to have them, let's say, 70% of the time or 80% of the time. It doesn't matter. But that's pretty straightforward. When you do the Disso-Master, you simply put that there's three children, and the husband will have 20%, she'll have 80%, whatever those divisions are, and the calculator works just fine. Well, in this particular case, it was a little bit different scenario. Mom was going to keep two of the kids most of the time, which we figured to be about 90% each of the two children 90% of the time, and one of the kids 20% of the time. So one of my employees came in and said, "Tim, how are we gonna figure this out? The math on this, it's a little different scenario." I said, "Okay, this is a math problem, and math isn't my number one favorite subject, but we were able to figure this out, and this is how we did it." So we said mom has two of the kids 90% of the time. We took 90 times 2, and that came up with 180. Then that's 180%, let's say. And then she has one kid 20% of the time. So 1 times 20 is 20. Then we add those numbers together. 180% plus the 20% came to 200%. And then we divided that by the amount of children, which was 3, which gave her overall an average between the 3 kids of 66.66% timeshare of the average of the 3 kids. So that's how you would do that. Because when you're going through divorce, you're going to need, and as children, of course, you're going to need to come up with child support numbers, and you're going to have to come to a percentage. And again, usually it's very straightforward and simple, but in this case, there was some, the kids were older, so one, dad was going to keep the son a little more often, and vice versa with the girls. So when you have that, that's how you would do the math. Of course, you're not going to have to worry about that when you use our firm. We're going to take care of the calculations for you, and we'll run the Disso-Master and work out little questions and problems like this. So if you have questions about child support or divorce in California, feel free to give us a call. My name's Tim Blankenship, 661-281-0266, or again, go to our website at Divorce661.com for more information.